How about that? It's showing up in my OBS. Huh. Okay, 2 minutes. Oh, my back. Oh, there you go. Sweet. Doesn't like the mic in OBS. I have to switch it to audio input. Alright, cool. Got it right. Oh, I thought I'd got it right. I thought I'd nailed it on the first try then. Obviously not. How are you all doing? Good to see you, Tom. Hope you're well. It's your boy, Caddy. How's it going? Joe Black. Hello. Aaron Lee. How's it going? Ricky. You alright, Bubs? How's it going? Raging Rookie. What is your favourite colour? Good question. Black. Red. Probably. One of them. Both. Narali Patel. Hello. The Pages. Hello. Steady Eddie XPL. Hello, mate. How's it going? What's up, Trini? How you doing? Trini's always in the comments, so hello, Trini. There is a delay between this comment. There is a delay. Just YouTube for you. I think there's a bit of a delay between the live stream and whatever else. But as long as you can hear me, that's all good. Your tutorials are really good. Thank you very much. Who said that? The Pages. Thank you kindly. Uncle Richard. Hello. C's from Austria. How's it going? Clara June Solomons. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the kind words. So, basically, what am I doing? I don't really have a plan. I kind of have a plan. I was trying to do a countdown the other day in Resolve, and I still don't like the way that countdowns work. So I've decided I'm going to make one. It'll be my usual free asset. There you go. You can have it, do what you like with it. But I figured I'd try and make one. Have a little explore. I've got certain, I've got into it. I've got a little bit way through it. I'm going to restart it, start from scratch to show you what I've done. And yeah, hopefully you might, I don't know, pick something up, find something useful about it. I'm also looking for feedback because obviously I'm creating an asset for you guys. So if you've got some feedback, just drop it in the comments. Let me know what you'd like from this sort of thing. Just let me, just let me know. Just have a chat. We'll just chill out. I'm only going to be on for about an hour or so. We'll see how this goes. If people enjoy this, I'll start doing this a little bit more often. And yeah, just go see what's what. What effect have you applied to your cam? Because there's no way your cam looks. Yeah, this is just straight out of the camera. Does it look alright? Should do. This is HDMI to a capture card and then straight in. Right, let's do the old switcheroo. There we go. Hear me now? Did I mute that? I must have clicked that by accident. Bap, 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 bap. Am I back? Am I back? Come on, delay. Also, I've got a logo of my face, haven't I? Yeah, sweet. Let's go bottom left instead. There you go. Any new LUTs? No, I don't really do many LUTs, to be honest with you. I need to start doing some. People know colour grading far better than I do, so I sort of leave it up to them. Nia Singh, you're the reason I switched over. Thank you. Welcome to Resolve. Real question, how do you get your counter to have variable duration? So this is what the sort of thing that I want. I want a really useful, just mega handy counter. Because there isn't one in Resolve by default, so that's what we're going to try and make. We're going to have a little mess around and see what we can do. So, I'll show you the way that you can do counters for now. We'll talk about some other stuff, and then, yeah, we'll see what's what. So, you probably all know, or roughly know, that if you drag a text plus on here, open up the inspector, right click, there's a few options. You've got a text timer, you've got a text code. So if we just click on text code, got a little thing in there, and if we do text, let's remove that one. Time code, we've got this real basic timer. Now there are expressions to do different things, but again, it's a bit of a faff. So we're going to try and make one. And I'm going to try and explain it as we go, as best as I can. I'd probably fail, but there you go. Right. We're going to do it with the Fusion Comp. I have discovered a few other things, which I'll show you on here. So Fusion Comp, let's open this up. And text, this is all we're going to use. Text node. So I only discovered this recently. If you drop a text into your nodes on Fusion, right click, you've got the same thing, text timer, text code. If we do time code, you get the modifier at the top right. So you've got tools, modifier. So this is quite good if you only want a relatively basic thing, because you can go turn off the seconds, turn off the hours, turn off the minutes, turn off the frames. So if you want a timer that does minutes and seconds, and you want it to start at 10, oh no, done. And off you go. So you can actually customize this. You can't do that from the edit page. You have to come over in here and do it. But it's actually quite good. It's quite simple. Nice, easy way to do it. And all I did for that, let me show you again because I rushed through it. Drop a text, right click on this text area here, time code, that unlocks the modifiers at the top, give that a click, pick and choose, off you go. It works off frames per second, mine are 25, so that will default to 25. If you're on 60, 30, whatever, it just pulls that from your project and then you can customize it, off you go. So that's cool, but it still doesn't do exactly what I wanted. Now there's another one in here which I find really weird, and it's this text timer. And we're going to go to modifiers. So this is the same sort of thing, but this looks, initially, it looked like it did what I thought it was, what I thought I wanted it to do. Mode, countdown, timer, clock. The clock's weird and clever, look. It is exactly that. It's 10 past 7 and it's doing the seconds. But as you notice, I'm not playing. So I find this really odd. So I'm not actually hitting play, I'm not doing anything in Fusion, but the time's changing. And I hope maybe someone else can enlighten me on this. It's really clever, so I can turn all this on. Cool. There's a timer. Cool, so I can go, right, time for 1 hour, 1 minute. But again, if I hit play, nothing happens. It doesn't actually play. But then if I hit start, even when I'm not playing, then my timer goes. But it's not affected by the timeline. So I don't really see the point. I assume... Oh, my mic's right, cool. I assume that's meant to work. I don't see why you'd want that doing it. Anyway, seems really weird. So, let's get rid of that. So I've been working with some expressions. So let's open this up. Here are my expressions. Ta-da! So they look complicated. They're not actually that bad. And they work on frames because that's just the easiest way of counting duration and everything else. So we've got one for milliseconds, one for seconds, one for minutes, and one for hours. And then we can combine it all into a single asset for us to use, essentially. So I'll show you them, I'll talk you through them, and then we'll start putting some stuff together. If you're looking to do anything with expressions, if you're trying to learn expressions, easiest thing I find to do. So I've got this text, media out. What I always do is I just grab another text, I don't connect it to anything, I shove it up in my left-hand viewer, so I can just click on text, drag up to the left-hand viewer, right-click in the text, expression, and then if I bugger it up, I just delete it. This one, this is sort of my main one, this is my dummy one. I just cock about with this one. If I screw it up, delete it, grab another one, drop it on there, and off you go. It's just an easy way of doing things. So if I right click, I'm going to go to expression, and this is my first one. So let me walk you through this and we'll explain it as we go. So time. If you do an expression and simply type time, you'll get a frame count. So look, if I put my cursor right over there, we're at 0, right at the end, 1666, number of the beast. And it's basically just saying exactly what frame are we currently on, 804. Now that's really handy because if you know your frame rate, then you can figure out seconds. Simple, right? Because if I'm working at 25 frames per second, I know that every 25 frames is 1 second. So that's where this one comes into play. Comp, get preferences, comp, frame rate, frame format, rate. So all this does is it goes basically into your project that you're currently in, grabs the frame rate, and there you go, 25. So it doesn't matter whether I open up a 25 FPS project, 60, whatever, it will just pull that through. So if I do if I do time divided by, really simple, we've got a seconds counter. Simple. So it's just doing time, current frames, divided by the frame rate, means we get time. So why have we got time, comp, render start? Well, I'll show you this one. This is a really handy one. Cuts. If I make a cut here, and then open this second Fusion comp, you'll see the frames don't start at 0. They start at 419. Hopefully you can see that. 0 is in the other half, the original half, right? So if we do time, let's come on this one, put it on there. The start of this comp is starting at 16 seconds, which ain't right. So if we do time minus, well, actually no, let's get rid of that. If we do comp dot render start, this will go to the little project and figure out exactly what frame this comp starts at. So this one starts at 419. So then if we do time minus, bing, we always start at 0. So I can do put it in brackets. Just get rid of this. Bang. Seconds counter. Simple. So all we've done there is we have. I'll talk about that on a different one actually. So frames count done. What I've been planning to do for this is I'm going to open up the text, edit controls. Have you all used edit controls before? I'll show you this real quick. Oh, thank you for the £2 Pug Tom. Hero. Edit controls. Right, talk about that real quick. All these controls that you get for stuff in Fusion, whatever it may be, size, tracking, you know, all this stuff that you get in the inspector. You can add your own tools. You can add your own stuff. My vocabulary sucks, so I'll just call everything stuff, right? So you can add your own things within the inspector. Find a node down here. So I'm going to go to text, right click, and I'm going to do edit controls. And this fella pops up here. Have I got two of them? What's going on there? Oh no. There you go. Now it's a horrible, horrible screen to use. Really just is a mess. You sort of have to get used to it. But you give it a name at the top. So this one's going to be called milliseconds. Milliseconds. And then you get to choose what it is. Is it a number, point, or a text? And then you've got where do you want it? The user page, common, image, layout, shading, text, transform. So all of them pages line up with these up here. And then you can choose what sort of thing, what sort of control do you want. So I'm going to dump them all on user for now. Going to keep it as number, and I'm just going to use a screw control. Screw controls, well, I'll show you what they look like in a second. I'm just going to OK that. So now I get one of these. Woohoo! It doesn't actually matter what I'm going to use for this, I just want something. Because then my milliseconds, I can right click expression. I'm going to dump my milliseconds in there, and now I've got a milliseconds. Now I'm literally just going to do that so I can refer back to it. I just want it to exist somewhere, essentially. So let's create some more edit controls. Number, user, screw control. So milliseconds, seconds. Minutes. Number, point, screw control. What's everyone chatting about? Yeah, buy a super expensive beast machine. It's the only solution. Edit controls. What have I done? Milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours. Boom. I'm not the world's greatest mathematician, I'll be honest, right? So a lot of what I do just takes time. And it's a lot of trial and error. So although this probably makes me look quite smart, not really. It's just trial and error, trying to figure out things and how to make it work. But some of it's not too bad, to be fair, because once you've got milliseconds, once you understand time, once you understand you've got the frames and the frame rate to figure out time, it's not too bad. This one's got one here called floor. Let's explain floor, because floor is very handy. Get rid of this, and we'll explain the end bit here. So let's grab. I write all this in Notepad++. If you're on Windows, it's well worth downloading and using. When you're writing expressions, stuff, little things like, I don't know if you can see, because my cursor is on that bracket. Someone will tell me the actual word for bracket, because they're not called brackets in programming, but it's a bracket, isn't it? Oh. That one's gone red. That one's gone red. So I know that my brackets are closed. I've got a start and an end. Same for this one. If you just try and write in the box, it gets horribly confusing. Have I run out of music already? Where's my tunes gone? We've gone epidemic. What should we go with? Soft beats. All right then. So this is a seconds counter. So we're using that time that we did before minus the comp render start, so we know it always starts at 0. We're dividing that by the frame rate, just getting us a real simple seconds counter. Nothing complicated too much about that. But we've already got a second thing which we're going to use from milliseconds, or so we don't actually want the milliseconds of this. So I want people to be able to pick and choose. So to toggle off the milliseconds, just use seconds. So we just want the seconds for this. Now there's a really easy way to do that using expressions, and that's floor. There's two. There's floor and there's seal. I like to think ceiling, just think ceiling without the ing on the end of it. Obvious, really. So if I come to the beginning here, I'm going to type the word floor, bracket, come right to the end. We'll wrap all this in the end here. And all that's going to do is just going to round it down, so we don't get the decimals, we don't get anything off the decimals. So 5 will just be 5 until it reaches 6. So now we've got rid of the milliseconds. I've just got a real simple counter. The format for that I'll show you in here. It's really simple. You just do floor and shove it in brackets. So if I was to put 1.2, it only shows 1. I could put many numbers in here as a 1. It's only going to round it down. Even if I put 1. No. It's only ever going to be 1. Now if I was to change that to ceiling, or seal, C-E-I-L, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to round up. So if this was 1. No, 1. It's still going to go up to 2. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Josh Haynes has joined us. Check out Josh on YouTube. Got a great channel. So yeah, floor, ceiling, seal, seal. Oh, this is a really cool one. Best way to show you this. Let's just do time divided by. No, let's just do time. Floor, round down, ceiling, round up. Yeah, exactly that. That's how I think of it. I assume that's correct. I don't know. I assume that's what the seal stands for. Have a fun stream. Thank you, Unbounded Art and Crafts. Thanks for joining. So this is, I only found this one out recently. This is really handy if you're ever trying to do anything with this. So time, right? Time is just counting the number of frames. It was a seal joke. Thank you, Tom. It's an impression of a seal, apparently. So time is counting the number of frames. Now, if we really simply just do a percentage sign, and then you can put a number. So what we're about to hit 750. So let's do 750. Ping. And this time is only ever going to count up to 750, and then it's going to start again. So you can basically just set the limit. So you count up to something and then start back at the beginning. So for my minutes, now what we're on, seconds, we've got our floor to round down, get rid of our milliseconds. We've got a time, comp, start, and the frame rate divided by yada, yada, yada. So it's going to start at 0 and it's going to count up. But make this longer. Right. Oh, I've already done it. Get rid of that. Yeah, so this count 69. So this is just going to count. So we haven't told it not to count, so it's literally just going to count this entire comp in seconds. But if we come to the end, so actually want to wrap it in there and just do my percentage sign 60, start at 0 because we've done everything else. Let's go up to 54, let's hit play, 56, 57, 58, 59, back to 0. So now I've got a minute counter, well, seconds counter. We'll figure out the minutes in a minute. But you see what I mean? It'll never go above 60. 0, 60, loop back round again. Job done. So let's grab that. seconds. Smash. So now we've got milliseconds, seconds, milliseconds, seconds. And all we're doing for this milliseconds, I didn't show you at the time, we're just doing 100. So rather than it continuously counting all these milliseconds, gets to 100, starts back, comes back down again. Oh, thank you, FTE. It's very kind of you. Sent me a little emoji thing. Am I mistaken, or did I see someone? Potentially. I haven't looked to see if anyone's made one of these before. I tend not to. I just go, oh, I'm going to make it because I think it'd be good. Someone may have already done it, but what else have we missed? Philippe's is a module that could rest. Yes. Yeah, exactly that. Josh Haynes, get this man to 100k. Yeah, hopefully soon. We're still plugging on. I'm quite happy, to be honest. The channel's doing really well, so I'm not going to complain. We'll get that plaque one day. Where are we? Right, minutes. So, as you can see, this is literally the same. It's the exact same script, because, or the expression, shall I say, because all you need to do is slow what we've done down by 60, and then you've got a minutes counter. Simple. So it's literally the exact same expression. Let's just copy it, dump it in my dummy one so we can see what we're doing. But at the end, we're dividing by 60. So it reaches 1 right there, which is exactly 1 minute because we've divided it by 60. So it's just going to show us 0 point blah 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 blah. That's what we're going to do. Round that down because it's never going above a 1. So if we round that down using our floor, and we're going to make sure that it never goes above 60. That'll be later on when we're talking minutes and hours. It's going to be 0 minutes until we get over the 1, and then it's going to turn to 1. Sweet. So now I've got minutes. Now technically I could have built this all into one expression if I really wanted to. So let's just grab that. But it'd be too long. If you build an expression and you... Hang on. Hello. If I wanted to put hello world, we'll use that example. But rather than typing it in one string like this, obviously that's just going to say hello world. But if we wanted hello, I'll type string, so I was saying string. Hello world, right? It's not going to like that because they're two things. So to do an and, an ampersand, or a join in expressions, you just do 2 dots, 2 little full stops, and that's going to say hello world. So then you can start to mix things. So if I wanted to do some maths, 10 plus 2, so it's going to give me 12, 2 little dots for ampersand, 10 plus 2, I don't know, bananas, wrap that in me. There you go, 12 bananas. I need a space, so I'll do a little space there. And then it's another number there. There you go, so you can combine things. So if we really wanted to, I could get seconds, smash that in there, 2 little dots, milliseconds. I've not tried this might not work. There you go. Let's combine some text with my equations. So 2 dots, colon in there. There you go, look. Milliseconds, seconds. Way. But The reason I'm not putting it all in one expression is there is a cap, there's a length cap, there's a limit on it. So we would eventually reach that with, I think we'd exceed that if we did milliseconds, seconds, minutes and hours. But also I want people to be able to toggle stuff on and off. So I have figured all this out beforehand, but I figured I'd show you all what I was doing. So, just hours to do now. Hours is exactly the same. So minutes, we just took seconds divided by 60. This, we've just took seconds divided by 60, divided by 60. Exactly the same principle. So now I've got hours. Put that in there. Watch my RAM usage go through the roof as we make this comp over an hour long. This is always fun. I don't know if you can see it down here, but RAM goes mental. There's 20 gig of RAM, 30 gig of RAM, 42 gig of RAM. There you go, I'm using 42 gig of RAM and I'm not showing a thing. But because we've got a Fusion comp that's an hour long, there you go. But if we look at my little counter up here, so milliseconds are always going to be going, seconds are going, minutes are going, so we're up to, what are we at, 59. Oh yeah, let's build some tension. 53, 54, 55, 56. And it should toggle the hours to 1, and it does. We have that working. Philly, what did you say? Oh, we skipped how the custom values. Oh, the custom controls. Right click on your node, edit controls, give it a name, pick what you want. Quick word of warning for these. You can't delete them. Once you've made one, you can't get rid of it in that, as far as I know, in that tool. So I couldn't get rid of this milliseconds, seconds, minutes, or keeping this text node. I could delete the node and start again, but I can't go in here and get rid of it. It's annoying. My media chops. Hello. Thank you for your kind words. I'm glad you enjoyed the slideshow. Kyle, how's it going? It is good. Thank you. We're doing nerdy stuff. I hope you're good, mate. So the reason I've done all that, I'll show you this now. Starting to get into the fun stuff now. In this text area, so this is what's going to be displayed on the screen. We've got this. And I'll show you that it's working. I can't show you it's working yet. You can use them to combine and then display. Yeah, exactly that. I should have planned. How am I going to explain this? Let's just do it. So my idea is I want toggles, right? So I want people to be able to toggle on milliseconds, seconds, minutes, and hours. So we're going to use custom controls again, and this is another fun one. There's lots of teachable bits in this one actually, so stick around. I'm going to go edit controls, and what did I call it last time? Minute switch. Yeah, let's just do that. So this, by the way, is useful to know. Name and then ID. So name, it sounds similar and obvious, but you can kind of call the name whatever you want. It doesn't really matter what the name is. The more important one is the ID, because the ID is the thing that you will reference. So if you want to actually put in an expression and say, look at that thing over there, you want the ID to be nice and easy to remember. Obviously, if I was smarter, I would have just put MS switch. So let's just do that. It's easier to remember. Now, I can't remember. Checkbox. Yeah, that's it. So checkbox is just a tick box. Simple. So MS switch, point, put it on the users. Okay, there you go. Little toggle. Ping, 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 ping. So what you do with a tick box, these are really cool. So easiest way to demo this? So let's change this. Quick tip, another quick tip. With a node selected, hit F2. You get to rename it. I'm going to call this one dummy. This one's going to be called timer. Helps to distinguish between the two. If you're trying to reference something that exists in itself, so in this instance, I've got my timer, and on my timer I've got my MS switch. That's really easy. You literally just use that ID. So if I go to this text here, right, and I'm going to go expression, I could just type in MS switch exactly as we made that ID, and it's going to pull through that. So it's giving me a 0. Why is it giving me a 0? Because there's no necessarily on and off, it's a 0 and a 1. It's binary. So when there's nothing in this tick box, it's a 0. If I want it to show something, tick it, that becomes a 1. Simple. And you can start to do cool stuff with that. So this is where ifs come into play. Let's make an if. Oh, I don't like this song. This song's annoying. Go away. Try this one. So, ifs. Who knows about ifs? Anyone used an if before while I grab a quick drink? Yeah, thanks, Philippe. I appreciate it, actually. It's really handy. Weekend wrench turner. You've helped me with your... no problem at all. Thank you. Glad to have helped, and thanks for stopping by. So, if statements. Ifs are cool. Ifs are the backbone of everything that I do on any of my stuff that I've made, really. So that's my transitions which I've built. I'll do a live stream, show you how I make my transitions if you want. That'd be a cool one. My zooms, they were built around ifs. So there's some other ifs, right? Ifs. What am I talking about? Ifs. It's, yeah, someone's just said it. If this, then that. It's exactly that. It's a way of saying if it meets this one condition, do this thing. If it doesn't meet that condition, do something else. So we've got a little toggle, and we know it's going to be a 0 and a 1. So we know that switch, when that switch is a 1, it's on. When that switch is off, it's a 0. So ifs, how do they work? Rather than if, for some reason, they're double IF. So let's make this nice and big. IIF. And then you do a bracket, and then you put your condition. Oh, no, that's not type. And then you do a comma, true, comma, false, close bracket. If you've ever used Excel, they're exactly the same in Excel. So I think they're probably the same in everything, any sort of coding language, I'd guess. So how would that work? If, bracket, I called it MS switch. We can do things like equals, we can do greater than, we can do less than. So we could do a greater than, we could do an equals. I'm going to do equals because it's only a 0 or a 1. So if the MS switch equals 1, what do we want it to do if that switch equals 1? I want it to say switch is on, comma. What do we want it to do when the switch is off? I want it to say switch is off. Close the bracket. Let's copy this. Let's go into this. Oh, rookie mistake. I forgot to say that. Equals. Equals a double. You have to do double equals. I hope that's it. And I'm not just... There you go. Don't know why. Again, it's not just 1 equals, it's 2. So you do 2. Right, so now it says switch is on. If we go to my user here, toggle that, switch is off. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Cool, right? And it's actually really simple to do. And you can do loads of cool stuff with it. You can build loads of simple things with it. Now, let's take that a step further and do something a bit different. So we're referring to my switch. That's simple, it's on and off, right? So let's try something a bit more complicated. Not much more complicated, but a little bit. Now you don't just have to refer to the things that you've made. You can just refer to your other stuff. So we've got size here, tracking, line spacing, all this funky stuff. Now, let's remove this a second. Let's do it elsewhere. So if I'm going to right click on tracking, I'm going to go to an expression. And I want to use my line spacing. Now line spacing's got a space in between line and spacing. So that's probably not the ID, that's probably just the name. So if I wanted to refer to line spacing, rather than typing it out, if I click this little plus, I can drag this, go away. I can drag this anywhere I want. So if I put it on V-anchor, it'd pull it through and it'd give me the ID rather than the name. So V-anchor isn't called V-anchor, it's called vertical top, center, bottom. Useful, right? So if I drag this, put it on line spacing is line spacing clone. And now whenever I change line spacing, the tracking changes too. Right, it's cool. So let's do something with that. Now I know the name of line spacing is actually line spacing clone. Let's remove that. Let's build something on that. If line spacing clone is greater than 1, put, calm down dear, else grow biggie grow. Right. Don't ask, I don't know. Put that in there. Grow biggie grow. Because my line spacing is 1, as soon as we go over it, it changes to calm down dear. Bing, bing, bing. Now that's greater than, we can do greater than or equals 2, we can do less than, we can even do basic maths. So we could do if line spacing if line spacing clone divided by 2, put that in a bracket because we want it to do that maths first, is greater than 1. So this will be when it's at 0.5. I guess. Oh no, the other way. 2, obviously. It'll change. Bing, bing. So you can combine it, right? If statements. One last teachable thing with if statements. You could do more than one if statement by doing an if, what's called a nested if. What language is used for expressions? It's Lua. L-U-A. I should have shown you this earlier actually. Hang on. I only found this website the other day. It's not very new. Came out last year. Amazing resource. I need to reach out to this Noah guy because he's made this thing. There's loads. There's like 5-6 pages of it. 5 pages to really get you started in all this sort of stuff. So it's well worth a look. I've just dropped it in the comments so you can give it a click. A lot of this stuff I knew already. I figured out, but there's a few other bits that I have learned off him. So yeah, definitely go check that out. But you could do nested. So nested ifs are simple. Wow, kind of simple. Easiest thing I find, write everything out. Just do them as single ifs. If this, then that. If this, then that. If this, then that. And then you can just start to combine them. So let's copy this. If the switch is 1, once the switch is 1, so only when the switch is 1, then I want you to go and have a look at the line spacing clone. If the line spacing clone is greater than 1, show calm down dear. If it's not, show grow biggie grow. If the MS switch is off, just tell me the switch is off. So now we've got 3 different things that it could be. So let's paste that in there. So the switch is off. So it doesn't matter what I do with my line spacing, I don't do anything. If I switch on, now it's going to say grow bigger grow. And if I put this below 1, above 1, it's going to say calm down here. So then you can start messing with cool stuff. Hopefully this isn't really boring. I'm just talking through what I've been doing. let me know. Right, so what was the point of me telling you all of that? The point was this. Oh, there's actually more. There's more I need to show you. I need to do this first. So I've got MS switch. Need to make more of them. So next one's going to be called second switch. Oh, it does this. It's really annoying. No, okay. I'm just going to get MS switch. Do this backwards. Switch. Seconds. Sometimes if you just start off with, I'll show you why I'm doing that actually, it makes more sense. So if I was to go into the idea and start typing seconds, it's going to pull through the other one which I've already made, which is a screw control. And then it auto fills and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So what I prefer to do is just, I'll go edit controls. I'll find the one I've just made, MS switch. I know there's not going to be anything ending in switch, so I'll keep the MS switch and then I'll just type seconds, get rid of the MS, and it won't autofill anything. So it's a bit of a workaround. So this is going to be exactly the same, but it's second switch. Boom. Edit controls. Second switch. Minutes. I should have put mins. Oh well, too late now. Hours. Right. So we got milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours. So you can hopefully you can see where I'm going with this. What have I missed? Hang on a second. Best ways to build it on multiple lines. Yeah, you can do all this in the settings files, but that wouldn't make for a very good video. So live stream. Plus, I'm not good enough to do that. But there you go. Right. So where are we at? We've got milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours. So we've got our working counter, working clock, essentially. And then we've got switches. Switches for milliseconds, seconds, minutes, and hours. And the idea is you tick the milliseconds, it shows milliseconds. You tick seconds, we see seconds. Hello, game movie director's cut. How's it going? So how do we do that? Now this is something I've only recently got to grips with. So please do bear with me if I get it wrong. These are called variables in every other programming language anyway. So a variable is really cool. Let's do it here. I don't know why I typed those phrases. How ridiculous. Oh. So right, Simon. Simon keeps calling me Boris. How dare he? And AA photography and films. Hey, hey. Oh, and yeah. Oh, yeah, you could do. Yeah. So variables. Variables are really cool. So you can basically, what's the easiest way to explain that? You could do an equation, you could do some maths, and then you could just call it something like, you could call it Bob if you wanted to. Let's call it Bob. And then rather than having to type that equation out every single time, you just reference Bob and it fills in the gaps for you. So to start them off, you do colon, you give it a name. Let me remember that I'm doing this right. Yeah, Bob equals. So I'm going to have Bob to equal, just in this instance, the number 10, because why not? And then you finish it off by doing a semicolon, and then you can do the rest of your expression. So if I was to put 1 plus 1, let's just make sure that this works. No, what have I missed? Oh, I've missed return. Sorry. You need to type the word return. 1 plus 1, 2. So you put return to say stop with the variables and actually do the expression. Right. So Bob equals 10, return 1 plus 1. So now we've just got the number 2 because it's just doing 1 plus 1. If I type the word Bob in here, it's going to just return the number 10. So then I could do Bob plus 2, and it'll give me 12. Because no matter what I do, Bob is going to give me the number 10. Now, obviously, just having Bob isn't that useful, but if I wanted to have 10 plus 12 in brackets multiplied by 521 and whatever, rather than having to type that out every single time, I can just say Bob. Do 2 Bobs, Bob plus Bob. Right? And then it's just a much easier way of referencing that thing back. Did I explain that very well? Don't know if I did. Hopefully I did. So, here we've got a real simple if. If the hour switch equals 1, which in this instance, did I call it hour switch? I think I did. Yes. Then this. So this is another good one. I don't really fully understand how this works. It just does. It's one there. It just does. So I haven't looked into it enough. String.format percentage o2.f. Basically, let's just actually put that on its own in an expression. Let's change the hours to be 1. It always means that that's 2 characters. So it's, even though I've put the number 1 in there, it's going to show 0, 1, which is obviously what we want for our timer. So this if says, if the hour switch is equal to 1, put hours, which in this instance is whatever is in this box here, which is 1, format it so it's 2 digits. If the hour switch isn't 1, just put blank. So if we pop this in here, it's blank, we got nothing. If we tip the hours on, we get 0, 1, because we've got 1 hour. So now we've got a little toggle that can turn on the hours. Hey! And all I've done is I've used those variables. So rather than having to type it all out, I've just said HRS, which is hours, equals this if statement. I've done the same for minutes, I've done the same for seconds, and I've done the same for milliseconds. And then I've asked it to return hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Let's copy all this. Milliseconds won't work because I called it MS seconds, didn't I? Didn't I? No, I didn't. It's the switch I need to change. Seconds, FDMS. Seconds switch. Don't go red. Oh, it's gone red. What have I done wrong? Hours is fine. Oh, I just called it MS switch, didn't I? Obviously, because MS second switch would be longer. Still not right. Hours, minutes, seconds, MS. Seconds, minutes, hours. Okay. Just test it bit by bit. Yeah, it's that bit that's still busted. No, that won't make it there. Milliseconds is fine. MS switch. Yep. Oh, you pleb. Ah, damn it! It is case sensitive. Hey, right. Also, if you see me doing this, moving my head, using my 4K monitor, I usually use my other one right in front of me, but I have to really move my head to see this one. So now, right, milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours. We can toggle them on and off. What have I missed? Oh, Philippe. String format is a function format from the flow of strings that applies to template. Da, da, da. Yeah, this is where I've been struggling, is to get the colon in between them. I have got I had a solution which worked for a little bit and then broke. No, actually, that's not a lie. I had it working, I've got it working, and then I tried to be really smart with it. So all I did, look, this is my workings out. This is why. This is how I spend my free time. Look at this monster. Anyway. Yeah, that was my first attempt. What have I missed? Da, 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 da. So yeah, the idea for this is it's for it to be a plugin, a preset. So this is basically as far as I've got, which is perfect because I've been doing this for an hour. So I've been able to show you exactly what I've done, how I've done it, and give you a rough explanation. So the idea, so in my head, I want a timer to be able to really simply go up 0 to 1 at the length of the comp. So start at 0, go up. Simple. I want it to be able to go backwards. I want it to be sped up if possible. That'd be really handy. I think a lot of people ask, send me a message saying, I want to do the timer, but it needs to be sped up because it's for something like a time lapse. Now, you could put it into a compound clip and speed it up, but I think it'd be really cool. How easy would that be? Do like a speed multiplier. That wouldn't be hard, would it? Hang on, let's test this. Because that's just that. If we were to put that in brackets and then multiply that by 2, and it's twice as fast. Right? Seems logical, doesn't it? Yeah. So then if we was to make a we're just winging this now, so you'll see me pull loads of weird faces. I'm going to call this multiplier. That's not how you spell multiplier. Good job, Al. And we want this to be a number. See, look, it's auto-filled. It's pulled all this shit that I didn't want. Never mind. Let's just go with it. Screw control, because why not? Default 1. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. I've called it multiplier. So if I change 2 to be multiplier, that would work. There's my frames. That's twice as fast. Oh yeah, no, that won't work. But it will, very nearly will. I need to reorder that because I need. Get rid of that out of the way so I know what I'm doing. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Bracket. Multiplier, bracket. That'll work. So it was going twice as fast, but it was getting over 100 because we were multiplying it after we got to our sort of 100 limit. Now if we smash them in there, it'll only ever go to 100. That works. Alright, make note of that. So yeah, I got distracted by that. I want a timer that goes counts up. I'm going to write this down on here. Counts up, counts down. Can be sped up, slowed down. Can start from any point. What else would you want from a timer? Hopefully there's someone in the comments that wants a timer. So let me know. Speed. Oh, is there already a speed multiplier? Isn't this how I don't think it is, Carl. I think we're pretty unique. Yes, to go backwards, you can use the total number of in the frame. Yeah, and you can do com.render end and basically just reverse it. So that shouldn't be too bad. I'll probably make a second one. Probably have this as a title for counting up, and then a second title to count down. Be easier, I think. Oh, you could run a large expression over the max limit, so I did not know that. Cool. Yeah, let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you'd want from a timer. Let's really quickly do that. Let's just put them out here so it's easier. So that I've already got done. Again, that's not too bad for because we need that E, so we just got. Whoops. Should work. Dax. Hey Dax. Huge thank you for your videos. Tools help me make a first step to making videos. Awesome. glad to see you're in the video making world, and yeah, more than happy to help. Yeah, just build your time in Alpha Leap and let me know how you get on. I'm sure you'll think of something smart to do with it as well. Yeah, still going unbounded. We're still going. Does it pad numbers less than 10? It does. So they're always 2 digits. That's using a string.format. If you scroll up, there was a bit of chatting about that. Philippe put it all in there because he's super useful. It's not my translator. Let's make the... Also, let's save this. Control and S, best shortcut you'll ever learn when you're in Fusion. I'm going to do a screw control. I'm going to leave it as default. I'll mess with that later on if needs be. Cool. I might be teaching people to suck eggs here, but I might as well mention it. Alt and Tab on a keyboard if you're on Windows. Ping. Easiest way to switch between stuff. Alt and Tab, Alt and Tab, Alt and Tab, Alt and Tab. There you go. Anyway. So that works. But if we were to put that as 2, we should get 36 minutes. About close enough. Yeah, multiplier. Sweet, that works. That'd be really good for time lapses, wouldn't it? You can just say, it's a bit of a faff. You're gonna have to do the maths on your time lapse and remember, like, oh yeah, I need to speed time up by 1,000,000 seconds or whatever. But yeah, it works. No, go for it, Philippe. You know what you're talking about. You might as well. 10 past 8 is here. So yeah, we're an hour ahead. Yeah, I don't like the 3D effect on. Yeah, no. It also takes you to different desktops now. Yeah, so what I wanted to be able to do, can I get it in percentages? Probably. I don't know actually. Don't know. John might know. So Mr. J Holt in the chat. John Holt's great, by the way. Feel free to plug your website, John, because you got loads of handy stuff on there. So that's where I'm at with this. One other thing I want to be able to do. Where's me wants? I don't know what it's called, the separator custom. So I want people to put, obviously it's semicolon by default. I want people to be able to just put, if they want a dash in there, if they want a slash, that'd be really cool. So we'll try and do that. Yeah, potentially it'll be work. I just don't know. I'll spend some time on it. Look, You must be able to change the format in there somewhere. But I don't know. I don't know. So that's where I'm at with this. While I'm here, so we're going to keep working on that, but I'll come out of it for now. Spend some time and figure some stuff out. If people enjoyed this, seems to be holding some viewers. I don't know. Got 48 concurrent viewers. Hello, 48 people. So, some interest in this. But what I'm going to do... No, let me do one more teachable thing before we do. Let's pretend that works. Right, let's pretend we're happy with that. I will show you how to really quickly create this as an asset to put back into Resolve. So, if you've got multiple nodes, you just need to select them all. I've only got one. So I'm just going to right click on timer. I'm going to go to macro. I'm going to create a macro. Excuse me. And this little fella's going to come up. I've only got one node, so I only see my one node here. Let me just minimize all these. It's easier. So all these headings refer to these headings over here. So image, more images there. So why is that out of order? I don't know. Text is there, layout, transform, etc. So what we can do here is we can pick and choose the things we want people to be able to see on the edit page. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to go to text, and you can do this. So you can be clicking on this one and on this one at the same time. So it's really handy. I don't want people to be able to change the text because that's our macro. So I'll leave that. But everything else pretty much I do. So I'm just going to go font, style, yeah, all of that. To be fair, I'm pretty much going to tick everything on here. I don't really care about tab spacing. So no, we'll just go to the right in, right out. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. What did I say? Yeah, start and end. So all of those things are going to pull in onto the edit page. Now my user controls are obviously going to be user. I don't want milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours, but I do want the switches and I do want the multiplier. So I'm going to go to ms, seconds, minutes, hours, multiplier. We can change the name of them. So I'm going to put percentage there. That's more for me, so I don't forget. And I'm going to change that to be milliseconds. So it looks better, looks more consistent. So we've got milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours, switch. And we're going to go to file, and then we're going to do a save as. There's a save as and a save as group. I'll talk about that another time. We'll just do a save as. And the way I like to do it, I'm just going to go to desktop. I've made a folder called timer. I'm going to call this initial working, because it's the first one. Save. Then I'm going to open that folder. Here's the one I prepared earlier. Then I'm going to go to templates, edit. What would this be? This will be title. I think this will work. I haven't tested this actually. So title, grab that, drop it, titles. It's just called text one. I should have named it better, but never mind. Should now have a text one in here. Didn't put it in my folder, stupidly. Text one. That works. Oh, I obviously did tick text. Did I? No. So now, if we go titles, might not pull through. It's really temperamental. Sometimes I need to restart Resolve, other times you don't. I don't know why. That is what I used to do, but I used to drop it in the right folder, and I didn't because I'm on 4. So let's move it. And it's not pulled through, so save that. Hello, it's I. Yeah, I can't pronounce your surname. Sorry, but hello, welcome. Come on, resolve, load. All right, this happens sometimes. If you've just recently closed resolve, then you try and open it again, and it doesn't open. Open your task manager, especially on Windows. So right click on my little taskbar, task manager, details, search for resolve. It's still there. Sometimes it doesn't close properly. Not often, every now and again. Resolve. And so, where have you gone? Oh, have you finally closed? Yes. Right. Bugger. There you go. Forcibly close it and does the job. Run out of tunes. And you are right, Simon. I could have used the search. I forget. I always forget that fucking search is there. But anyway, it's in the right place now. Hey, text on. It's not quite worked. I obviously did something wrong. It's probably because I made it as a fusion comp. Probably. Yeah, I'll fix that at some point. Yeah, it does. But what I was going to show you, I've been meaning to release this. Oh, that one. Does that one work? Oh, yeah, it does. Different one. Anyway, I've been really meaning to release this for a while. This will appeal to some people rather than others. Some of you actually already spotted it in my intros. I don't really need footage, but I'm going to grab some. Yeah, dinosaur. So someone asked me how I did my Mr. Beast style text. Oh, I didn't save the media out, that's the one. Yeah, I just did the text, so it's just a settings file. Thank you, Simon. That'll be why. Turn that off. So I'm going to release this soon. This is, well, it's just the Mr. Beast style text animation. It just does that little ping, ping, ping. And then you can just cut it as many times as you want. I know, just whenever's the cut, it'll do your little ping. So you just line it up with you speaking and go, MrAlexTech says, stay in school, kids. Right, and then you get MrAlexTech says, stay in school, kids. Obviously you'd want that. All like that. Simple. Come in here, change your font, change your sizes, change your colours, change your tracking, and you can even change the speed of the animation somewhere. There you go. The pump amount, didn't know what to call it, went with pump amount, and the pump speed. So that'd be a free one. I just need to, I might just put that, I'll just upload that and then make a video later if people want it. I could do a little tutorial on that one as well, because that's a kind of fun one. I'm guessing it's all, oh, it's not even locked out. That's all built up using animation curves, anim curves, which is just the easiest thing ever. Anim curves are the best. I use anim curves. I combine anim curves with if statements, with that timer, with that counter, and it's just literally the best thing ever. It's just the best. That's how I make. Oh, actually, I wasn't going to talk about this, but let's do it. Where's my logo? My downloads is nice and tidy. Yeah, let's use that. I was trying to do something, so obviously I have this saved, because every normal human being has a Donald Trump face PNG saved, ready to go. This is my Magic Animate version 2. I will do a live stream if people want. I'll show you how this was made, how this is all put together. I'm going to release this very, very soon. I've actually learned a few things, so I know how to tidy it up and actually improve the performance of it. But I think it's really handy. I use it all the time in my videos. So you drop Magic Animate number 2 on a PNG or a text file or whatever. We can change the location of it. We can zoom in and out, change the aspects, change the angle, do all that sort of stuff. Pitch, yaw, whatever. We can drop a drop shadow on it, change the angle of the drop shadow, change the distance and the softness, do all that sort of fun stuff, right? Nothing complicated there. We'll come back to that other stuff in a minute. But if I want this to whip in at the beginning, I just go whip controls in, whee, and it's going to animate in. If I want it to whip out, I take it out and animate out. If I don't want it to whip out, turn that off, and we're good to go. And then we can change the scale. So if I just want it to whip in a little bit, we can do. We can change the angle. And what it's actually going to do is go whee and pop in like that. And then we can change the sort of the animation curve and all that sort of fun stuff. Same for zooms. If we tick the zoom, it's now going to do a little. I don't know why. This is going to be the weirdest thing I've just realised. If anyone joins right now, there's a Donald Trump head appearing out of a T-Rex mouth, which is going to make no sense whatsoever. But yeah, there you go. There's a tool for that. We can do spins. And all sorts of fun stuff. So it's just a mega easy way to animate stuff, basically. And again, it works if I do a little cut. We've got the in. Got the in. And the out. I added one last thing, so no, I didn't. I did 2 extra things. Let's lengthen this out. Oopsie daisy. Right, so I've got a nice in. I've got our out. It's a bit choppy, you can probably see. But I've also added mid animation controls. So a whip in, a whip out. But if you want it to look a bit better, get more attention while it's going, still laughing about the fact that Donald Trump anyway. We can add a pulse scale. So now throughout the whole animation, it's going to be pulsing back and forth. Let's get rid of that and put this down a bit. So whips in, and then it pulses back and forth. We can change the number of pulses. We can change. We can give it a shake. So it's going to do a little shimmy as it goes. We can make it shake more if we want. Hey. We can give it a wobble. Wobble just is like a random. It's the shake modifier, and it just makes it go all over the show. That one's cool. We can give it some waviness. And you can combine them all. Jay's just joined with the floating Trump head. Long story, mate. Long story. And Gary, hey. And then last but not least, I've added a background creator. So let's get rid of Trump a second. This is in not a logical place, but it's there, so let's grab that. You'll do. Right, here's my Wii logo. Drop my magic animate on. Zoom him out a bit. Background creator. We're going to crop it in until we start cutting. And I'm going to drop it in until we start cutting. I can change my edge behavior to replicate. No, we're not. Wrap around. I'm going to crop in at the top until we start cutting in. Crop at the bottom until we start cutting in. There you go. We can zoom that out. We've got a little background. We could drop the opacity for this and put text over it. We could do whatever we want. But this also works with all the other stuff. So if I go to my mid animation control, you can give it a bit of a pulse. Actually, going to give it a negative pulse so it doesn't cut. It is a bit resource heavy. I actually know some ways to make this run a bit more efficiently, so that's what I'm working on before I release it. But that'll pulse. If I wanted it to zoom at the beginning, they're all going to pop in. And then if we come in here and change the pitch and the skew a little bit, maybe give it a 4 color gradient on that so we can see what we're doing. Give it a drop shadow. Right, pops in. And it's animated. Let's go video, let's go opacity, drop that down a bit. Let's go titles, text. Bit of font. Don't know. That one. There you go. I mean, I know that doesn't look particularly amazing, but it's super quick and easy to do. I haven't done any keyframes, I haven't done anything. And it's done. Cool, eh? So yeah, once I've managed that more efficient and I've messed about with it, I'll get that out. That'll be another free one. You can just grab it, do what you want with it. Within reason, obviously. So yeah, that's it. That's all I was planning to show you. I'll have a drink now. I'm spying on you, Philippe. Just letting you know. On my other screen, I'm having a little look. On your channel, not on you, obviously. I can see you. No, just having a look. Yeah, go follow Philippe Stemberger. It's been really helpful. So, and knows his stuff. So go give him a look. He's got some DaVinci Resolve tutorials on there. The more, the merrier. Don't just follow me, follow everyone you can and get as much information as you can. So go give him a look. But now I've said that, Philippe, you have to make sure you promise to make more videos. There's just not enough on there. And how you doing, Gary? You good? My man, Gary. It would be creepy. Any questions while I'm here? Oh shit. Just read. Has this looked alright for everyone? Just noticed a big error message, big warning on YouTube saying your current bitrate is 20,000 kbps. It should be 4,500. So maybe we're a bit high on that. Cool. I forgot the actual time here. I'll copy that, John, and I'll have a butcher's. Thank you very much. Hey, Heiko. How you doing, my man? I'm not having a sing-song, Tom, if that's what you're asking. What's the background music? The background music is just Epidemic Sounds. I just hopped on there. Where's my cursing on? There it is. Focus beats. So how was the live stream? Do you enjoy this sort of content? I'll do it more often if people like to. No issues, it's all good. The cookie guy, how long have you been using Resolve and why don't you swap to Premiere? I've been using Resolve for only, well, a couple of years now. Lots of people use Premiere Pro. I know there's lots of people having issues with Premiere Pro at the minute, actually. It seems to be, certainly in the circles that I follow, are having a few issues with it. I have no issues with Premiere Pro. I just chose to use Resolve. The reason I started on Resolve, it was free. I guess if you asked everyone in the chat why they use Resolve, it's probably because of the same reason. It was free, so they hopped on and then just stayed on. But it's just getting better and better each year, honestly, so I don't really see any reason to change. I'd quite like to learn another one, because if you're looking for work, most people go for other things rather than Resolve. Premiere Pro is still a bigger one if you're looking for like editing work and stuff. But yeah, I like Resolve, it's good. Glad you put. To be honest, I only decided to do this earlier on. If I overthink things, right? If I'd have planned this in a week, I would have been like, "Oh, this stream's gonna be terrible," and blah 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 blah. But I just thought, sod it, live stream. I gave myself like 40 minutes to get set up and have a think, and then I went live. So that's the way I do it. I quite often do that with my videos as well. I just think, "Oh shit, I need to make a video," and then I make a video, and then I post it straight away. So which is why sometimes it works out really well, sometimes not so much. Do you South Swag? You know what? I'm gonna get. So I tried to get these hats done, and then the supplier for these hats don't do very good t-shirts. So then I swapped to a different supplier who don't do these hats. So I've never actually sold these hats, but I've had randomly. I had a guy come up to me in the gym yesterday, day before, and he was like, "What's that brand on your hat?" I was like, "Oh, it's me. I'm a nerdy YouTuber guy." And he was like, "Oh, can you get me a hat?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll sort it out." So yeah, I'm gonna get one sorted. I'm gonna have really bad hat hair. Also, hang on. Right. Oh, you can't really tell. That's not too bad. I had my hair cut, and they did just a fucking awful job of it. So I ended up taking some scissors to it. So this fringe I've done myself in the mirror with a pair of scissors. So it's awful. So if I'm wearing hats more than usual, that's why. Yeah, but this is a flex fit. That's a really good hats. I've worn these make of hat for like, I don't know, 10 years probably. So when I found out that I could get my own printed, well, embroidered, I was like, oh yeah, definitely doing that. What's in my power? You know what? Very little at the moment because I've deleted it all. That is, I don't think I've got anything. A couple of things. So I removed everything because I was making some stuff. So I got rid of it. I did have other smart bins, but I had to remove all my smart bins in order to make my smart bins for tutorial the other day. So at the minute my smart bins are just what I spoke about. But if people want hats, let me know and I shall absolutely do some hats. Because I really like them anyway. I've got, how many have I got? 3 of them? 4 of them? Most of them are trash now. Either the dog's got hold of them, or they're just really sweaty and horrible. So. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the live streams. I'll do some more. But I've been meaning to play some games and just chill out and do that. I'll probably make a separate, either get back on Twitch, or I might just make a separate YouTube channel. I might just keep it all on YouTube. Tom, this is a good question for you, because I don't need to make money. I'm not planning to try and make money off me sitting there and playing any games or anything like that. So I might just do it on YouTube. Hats. Oh, if you get stuck, Heiko, give us a shout. The smart bins are really good. Can I wear a cap like that at 52? Yes, of course you can. Apparel has no age. I agree with that. Right. Do a video on the Fusion Hotkey Manager. I've not heard of that. Have to send me a linky. You should do me do a sound. Yeah, you do sound like Logan Paul. It's not a bad, well, is that a bad thing? He's alright these days, you know. I've come around to, I was watching some of his stuff the other day. I don't usually sit there and watch that type of YouTube, but he's turned itself around a bit, I think. Sweet, copying that as well, John. Well, I'll take a look, thank you very much. Is that mic an Elgato mic? It is. It's an Elgato Wave 3. Oh, I won't take that off. That'd be horrible to listen to. But yeah, it is indeed. Generally, it's good. Every now and again, it just does weird things. And I just get absolutely tons of static from it for no reason whatsoever. And I have to reboot to get it back. Don't know why, but yeah. But generally, it's pretty good. Hello, Jacob, or Jacob, not too sure, but hello. Greetings from the Czech Republic. Tom, great to see you stream again. Yeah, I'll do some more streams. I'm just going to try and up my content a bit. I say that all the time, don't I? It was a month ago since I made that vlog, and I said I'll make more vlogs. Yeah, I need to do more exciting things. What does Kadek say? Always enjoy being here. Well, thank you very much, Kadek. Yeah, it's good. It's fun just chatting through what I've figured out so far. I'll do some more thinking so I can teachable things rather than me just sitting there thinking, scratching my head. So I'll figure some more stuff out with the timer and then we'll come back. Garlic twist. Oh, come here. Go and say hello. Mrs. Becky Tech won't say hey. Just come here and say a real quick hello. Is that it? I'm nearly done now. The wife. Oh, here's a question for you then, Gary, and anyone else that is interested. Vlog channel, vlogs on main channel. Because there's lots of stuff, lots of people on YouTube, Twitter talking about that. I know Peter, I forgot his name. can't remember. What's his name? Oh, it's going to annoy me. Lindgren. Peter Lindgren. He's made a vlog channel. He's doing loads of stuff with that. And he highly recommends keeping them off the main channel. So maybe I'll do that. Lets me that she won't. There's a hand reveal and that's it. Well, that could be misconstrued. But yeah, she won't come in a wave. Rollerboard Riots. I don't know where he is. We're gonna find him. Hang on. No, he's fast asleep in his bed. He's not going to move. Maybe next time. What I forgot to say, Garlic Twist, thank you very much for the donation. Garlic Twist says, thanks for your videos and pro tips. Really enjoyed watching over the past few years of lockdown. All the best. Keep it up. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, mate. It's really good. Heiko, hope your dog and wife did okay in this order. No comment. But yeah, they're both really well, thank you. You don't mind vlogs on the main channel? Okay, that's cool. Just as long as they're on separate days. Yeah, I mean, I don't have time to make 2 on one day anyway, so that's fine. The live streams are always great. Thank you, Kadek. I'll do more. I quite like this format actually. I like just chilling with you all. We'll do some gaming as well. I probably won't do too much gaming on this channel because last time I did that I lost me a load of subscribers, but so I'll probably make a separate one for that sort of really just chilled out stuff. Hashtag free Rolo. He might come up. I tried, but he's chilling. Her. Thank you very much. Great videos, keep them coming. Certainly will. Thank you very much. Gary, I personally think no, it wouldn't. I mean, would it add to my workload? No, not really. It would be any more work providing I made the vlogs. It's actually creating the vlogs which is the work. It wouldn't necessarily matter where I put them. I'd probably feel more comfortable doing them on another channel because I could just talk about whatever without the concern of it affecting this channel. But yeah, it's just the time. Not even necessarily the time, it's having something to vlog about. Especially at the minute because I work full time. I mean, I'm just here. I'm literally here where I am now for 5 days a week, 7.5 hours a day. So it's not very exciting. I just need to spice things up a bit and do more fun stuff. There you go. Hello from Russia. Hello. I don't know what your name is, sorry, but hello. How you doing? Cool. We want more tutorials. The tutorials are coming, my man. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Wait. Always open to ideas. That's the hardest bit at the minute, is ideas. My last few have done really well though. I've been clickbaiting you all. I might make a video about talking about clickbait a little bit. So, but for good reason, obviously. Main channel would just boost the view time. It would. Starting a new one would have to start over. Yeah, absolutely would. But my view is most of the audience, a lot of the audience here at least anyway, aren't here for me per se. They're here for the content, the Resolve stuff. Some of you are, which I massively appreciate, but not everyone is. So I think it's, do I risk annoying or alienating those people? Yeah, it's one of those funny ones. Oh, thanks, Gary. That's cool. Gary said it might work on this channel. Yeah, it's finding the balance, isn't it? So, and to be honest, yeah, just getting them done. What did you say there, John? About the bikes? Someone said about bikes. Who said about bikes? Yeah, John. Enjoy the bike stuff. I'm going biking on Sunday, so that should be fun. First one in a while. Have I been going for 105 minutes? Oh, damn. Fun is easy to find. Ah, yeah, not when you live in Birmingham. Oh, I've stacked it many times, Simon. So yeah, I suppose that the biking wins over people that like me and also people that don't, because they're waiting for the inevitable crash. That's very true, Felipe. It doesn't make a living. It's a nice side income. Not going to lie about that. But yeah, it's not the main job. Get more MT videos in. Mike's Bikes. Yeah, I did set up a channel for that, but again, over the winter I haven't been biking, I haven't been cycling. So, sort of the channel's just sat there. What's up? Oh, plastic crack. What's the crack? Loving the channel first time catching you watch live. Cool, thank you very much. But yeah, I don't do live very often, so we'll do it more. What should we say? Once a week? Even if it's just a chat and have a catch up, eh? Once or twice a week. That'd be cool. I've been saying I'll do this for ages, so hang on. I'm going to put this on the blackboard. Because if it's on the blackboard, it means it's going to happen. Is. Hey, you good boy. You good boy. Yes. No riots now. They said Rolo or riot. Yeah. That was in. If he doesn't appear. Good boy, aren't you? Eh? There he is. But what I was going to say before I got distracted, I'm going to live stream me making a tutorial. I think that'd be really useful, be really handy. I'll show you all the stuff that I do, the little secrets I do to, well, not even secrets, the things I do to make sure that I make them really quick. Yeah, I'll live stream it. It'd be kind of fun. I'll take it easy, David's Cafe. I really don't wait, so yeah, 3 times a week. Are you using OBS to stream? I am indeed. Yeah, this is all running through OBS directly through YouTube. I think most of you are just here for Rolo, aren't you? That's all it is. Maybe I should make Rolo a channel, see if we get him monetized. Yeah, thanks, Gary. And thanks for all your support, by the way, Gary. Well, all of you as well. There's lots of you that in the comments often. I appreciate you all. So, yeah, thank you. Who'd have thought some numpty like me would be doing this? Please, I need a workflow for half. I don't have an R5. If you send me some files, I can have a play. What are you filming at? Mega crazy res and all that sort of stuff. I haven't played with Sony, Canon, codecs and whatever for years. I shoot on mine on the Lumix S5 for anyone interested. Oh, and also managed to bag one of these 3050. So at some point we're going to put it up and resolve. We'll test this and I'll make a video to let you know whether it's any good, whether they're actually worth buying or not. Because at the minute they're pretty much the only GPUs you can get hold of. Well, even that's hard to get, but A busy bee, I didn't know you streamed. I don't usually, so don't worry. I only just started using Revolve. New videos have been really helpful. Awesome. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear it. Take it easy, unbounded art and graphs. Off to bed. Yeah, I'll turn this off in a sec. I always do this. I always say, whenever I stream, I say, I'm going to finish now. And then I end up just chatting for ages. And keeping you all away from friends, family, bed, TV. Flexing again. It wasn't a flex for 3050. What I'd like to do, I was going to keep this a secret, but what I'd like to do is give it away. Maybe. It owes me a fair bit of money, because obviously you buy them, you have to buy it at retail. But I'm going to see if I can get a sponsor to sponsor a video to offset the cost, and then I'll give the GPU away. If I can get enough sponsors on board, I'll give a whole PC away, because that'd be mega. I've got my old PC. I actually got rid of the GPU out of that, so the 3050 can go in my old one. I could give the whole lot away, but I'd want a sponsor on board to sort of offset some of that cost. So stay tuned. Maybe that'll happen at some point. I'll do my very best. I'm just trying to figure out how to work with sponsors and do all that nonsense, because it's not something I'm used to. But there you go. GTX 1060, John. Yeah, that's what I was rocking the 1060 for years. It's a great card. Yeah, I need to. That's a good point. I'll get that sorted next time. Coffee Talks just said to display the comments on screen. That would be handy, actually. I'll do that next time. I haven't set anything up this time. I just went go live. So next time I'll mess around and see what plugins I can use and whatever else. Can't give away. Derek is calling dibs. I'll be able to set it up in, I guess, in OBS. There'll be plugins somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing. Is the short of it. Right, we're nearly at 2 hours now. So I shall hit the hay. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Yeah, there you go. 2 hours rather than 1 hour, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope it's fun. It's awesome chatting to you all. I always enjoy having a chat. Oh, Melvin. Hello, Melvin. Haven't seen you for ages, Melvin. How you doing? You come at a bad time. I'm literally just signing off. But if this time works, this time seems good. There's lots of you around, so maybe I'll make this a semi-regular thing. 7 o'clock, once or twice a week. and job done. We'll do some more of these. Hello, Lucas. Man, y'all dropping in when I'm about to jump off. Probably my own fault for not giving people enough notice. Damn it. Yeah, drop me a comment. But any feedback, anything you want to tell me after the stream, any things that you think would be good for another stream, drop me a comment in the video or on the community section. I did a little picture, pop stuff in there, and I can catch it all up. So yeah, we'll do some more of these and we'll have some fun with it. So thank you all very much for stopping by. Thanks to you all for the support on the channel, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy. And take it easy, Melvin. Bad timing. I'll catch you next time. See you all.